Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this. Somebody come and look at this.
Shalom, shalom, and blessings, family. I hope everybody's doing well. All praises, honor, and glory to the Most High. And shalom and blessing to you, brothers and sisters out there. It's me and your brother Cleo today for a quick hitter. The title of this quick hitter today is The Open Air Agenda, What They Want to Do, Past, Present, and Future. Alright, so without further ado, this is a quick hitter, so we're going to get right into it. I'm going to pass it over to my brother Cleo.
Hey, shalom, family. Peace and blessings to the whole house. First, giving all honor and glory to the Father of Abraham, the father of Isaac, and as the books say, the father of Jacob. So we're going to get into this open air agenda. So I want to have you guys refresh your mind back to the trials that's been happening. You had that Kyle Rittensnake or Kyle Bidehouse or Mac Rideout or whatever his name is. He had his trial and they found that demon, then killed two people and found him not guilty. Then you have the trial going on currently, and they're actually in deliberations on these three devils, the McMichaels, those two devils, and that other devil, the one that looked like Mo, the Three Stooges, but he's Mo, and he was the one that was driving the truck behind them that helped pin Arbery in. And so, and then lastly, you had another event. You had this event recently where you had this brother appears to be one of our people, and he mowed down some people in Wisconsin. And the narrative is that he did this with respect to or with disrespect to white people. And that's the narrative that's been promoted and pushed all over the lying media. Of course, you know they lying, because if it's not our people putting it down, and even if it is some of our people, but if it's not coming from our people, and our people being those of us that's pushing the truth about this book, then you might as well just look at it and listen to it for entertainment. So you have three different scenarios that I just put to you, but each one of those scenarios have you in common. Now, why do I say they have you in common? Because Rittenhouse, he shot two white people, but he went to go shoot black people. That's why he went there. He said he went to go shoot he wanted to go shoot protesters, and that if when he saw the protesters in Wisconsin, he was like, man, I wish I had my AR. I'd go shoot them. And while he was saying that, he was talking about black people, so-called black people, Israelites. Let's get that straight. And so that situation does pertain to you. And I've told you all before, everything that happens on the earth is about you. And you better make it about you. The second situation with the three devils that claim self-defense, but they point a weapon at this man who's running away from them, trying to escape them, and talking about, oh, he hit me, he did that, this, that, and the third. I listened to that whole debacle. And the prosecution, she did go in hard, but then that's part of the agenda too, because they want to openly be able to kill you. That's always been the goal. Now, are they going to exceed? No, not according to the book, they're not. The last part is the situation with the brother that ran down, the so-called brother that ran down those people in Wisconsin. Now, I like looking at and reading the minds of men and women. So what I'll do is I will go to different videos and read what the people are saying. The narrative on that one is this: he was a racist, he was a black supremacist, and he intentionally ran over white people because he's Black Lives Matters. Now, any sensible so-called black person don't have nothing to do with no Black Lives Matters. Nor do we care about Republican, nor do we care about Democrat. That's for them over there. They invented Black Lives Matters. We didn't invent that. George Soros and them invented that. So we don't have nothing to do with that. But if you watch them and if you listen to them, that's why I say you should pay attention to what they're doing and how they're moving. They will say their code words, and you know the code words like thug. You guys know that one. When you see Marxist, communist, um, not even Christian, because they don't believe y'all Christians anyway, which you're not.
Woke.
That's a different conversation. Different conversation altogether. Let me get back to my train of thought. So when they use these terms, and when they use the terms like, oh yeah, it's Black Lives Matter, they mean black people. And guess what? They don't care if you're a Christian, if you're talking about you're an Israelite. You can be with the man on the moon, or you can be with the guy under the earth hanging out with Thor in there. They gods. And guess what? They'll still say, oh, yeah, you're a nigger. We got to string you up. So the reason why I wanted to bring this to your attention, family, is that the open air narrative, and they make no bones about it, whether you be Republican or Democrat, is that their goal is to try to take you up out of here. Now, this points to a number of precepts, but that is their open goal. They're not hiding anymore. So when you're out and about, make sure that you stay vigilant and you stay prayed up and you stay in the Father's will, because you don't want to get caught up out there, because these people crazy as hell. I hate to say it. They always have been. They always will be. They have a bloodlust and they do not care about you. So why are, and this goes into another question that we will talk about tomorrow in Kingdom Conversations. Why are you concerned about what the heathen does and what their practices are? Well, it's good to be concerned about it from a perspective of knowing how they're thinking, so you know how they're going to move next, right? This is no different than the Depression time. The only difference is we're not going to be on the bottom when it's all said and done. We're going to come out and we're going to rise and we're going to be on the top when it's all said and done. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead and run it down.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt. And also what you can see is the common narrative is that when you see these type of things happening, like with the Jersey City bombing in this situation, is that they want to lump us all in together and really paint it as a group of people or the group of our people committing these type of actions or these type of crimes. The playbook don't change with these people. It's all a part of war propaganda. It's all a part of rallying up the people to get the people angry at Israelites or so-called black people, so that when they start pushing their agenda of mass murdering in front of people, you know, that it'll be widely accepted by the public, because you know those black people were always doing things like running down people in the Jersey City bombings and things like that. But let's let the word speak first, or let the word speak last, right? So I'm going to share my screen real quick. We're going to get to some scripture real quick. Let's talk about what the Mashiach said about that type of spirit, right? So I'm going to enhance this. How does it look to you, brother?
It looks good to me, but I'm on a big giant TV.
Okay.
So, but
Okay.
it looks good.
Okay. All right. So
Fam, how I look? Does it look good, fam? Put a one up if it looks good.
what we looking like? You got
Go ahead and rock
ones.
it out.
Ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, so they want to paint it like we're the ones that's committing atrocities. You want to paint everything that's any crime that's done. They paint it with a broad brush. It's not just one individual. It's always them black people, right? Now, John 8:44 says, "Ye are of your father the devil, and the lust of your father ye would do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him." Now here's key. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. All right? For he is a liar and the father of it. Now, when he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own. Right? We're the ones that's supposed to be the group of people causing all the anarchy, causing all the trouble, when these people got militias, groups, clans, governments dedicated specifically to terrorizing and genociding our people. But this is the lie they speak about us, right? They're the ones committing all the murder and all the corruption within the earth. But yet somehow one man running down some people, now it's all of them black people they're doing it. You know?
Man, that shooting house character, he done killed two people, injured one, and they calling him a hero.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm watching how they're speaking on. Now, I will say this: some of them are saying, "Oh yeah, he should be found guilty," but then you got a lot of them that's saying, not him, but the Three Stooges, that they should be found innocent. And you can see the venom and the hatred in people because if they're found guilty, that means that you can't go around just shooting anybody because all eyes is on you now. See, America has been getting away with this idea that they are the moral right
Mm-hmm.
and that they were a Christian nation founded on Christianity and everything that they do is right. They can do no wrong. But I'm here to tell you, and I've said it before, America has never been nor will be the standard bearer of anything moral. Matter of fact, it's the standard bearer of all sordid wickedness. And
Mm-hmm.
everything that you can imagine, you're going to find it here in this wicked ass nation.
Mm-hmm. You know what though? The interesting thing is these nations know that they wicked. These nations already know that America's inception was built on murdering and genociding people in order to get what they want. But the common people somehow think that America is the standard bearer of morality, right? Because all of these governments are corrupt, right? So the normal regular people believe that America is somehow, righteous, but the governments that are in cahoots and understood that when they brought our people over here that it was wrong what they was doing and knew who our people were. These governments are just as corrupt as America. You know, all these governments are corrupt. You know.
Every one of them. And then America got a lot of nerve talking about, oh, we want to give other nations democracy. Democracy of what?
Hmm.
What is democracy? What is that? What does that mean?
Hmm.
Because that's what America been pushing. America been pushing, oh, yeah, they want democracy. How? When did they say that? You ain't never heard no nation on earth talking about you want an American type democracy. And now the whole world been calling them out on it. China been like, well, you really don't have a leg to stand on to talk about us over here because look at how you treat the blacks. Everybody been pointing the finger at this wicked nation talking about, hey, you can't say anything because you are not the standard bearer of morality. Look at how you treat your people who actually built your nation.
Yeah. But
So
those
family,
nations,
go ahead, bro.
I say those nations like China, they only say that in response to America messing around with their stuff. It's not that they actually care about
Oh
what
yeah,
what
no.
these people are doing to us. But they're like, well, you can't talk about us either because you did this. So it's just
Absolutely
basically
not.
finger pointing and everything, But everybody pointing the finger at each other, and everybody got three fingers pointing back at them.
Pretty much.
So all these nations is full of garbage. They all think that they're the best thing since sliced bread, you know, and they're
Now,
all
family,
wicked.
now we're not bringing this to your attention so that you can cower and shake in fear because we know at some point what it's going to be, right? So if you know at some point what it's going to be, you got nothing to fear.
Mhm.
Because the Father said, if he be for you, who can be against you?
Mhm.
And he also
Absolutely.
said, one of my favorite verses, he said, I will yet choose Israel.
That's
So if
right.
he would yet choose you, and this is your time right now, whatever they got planned for y'all, y'all don't worry about it. Just don't do it. Because the book say many are called, few are chosen. We'll
Exactly.
get into a little bit of that tomorrow, but on the real family, just your big bro just wants you to be alert and to be vigilant and just keep an eye on any of those that you work around and work with. I do the same. I'm sure I know Banya do the same. Just keep your eyes open and don't be trusting none of them. Don't be going to their house talking about you going to eat dinner with them or nothing crazy like that because you know how they get down. There's been plenty of our sisters and brothers that left and went somewhere with them, never to be seen again. So that's all I'm doing. I'm just trying to tip y'all off and warn y'all that they getting ready to go on the warpath for something. If these three stooges be found guilty, they're gonna go on the warpath for that. They're already setting the stage up for them to go on the warpath for. Matter of fact, I read somewhere in the minds of these wicked entities that the thing that the brother did driving through that dude that drove through the parade, that's an act of war. Now you have to ask yourself, if these people are thinking it's an act of war, who is it an act of war against and from?
Mm-hmm.
Because they already telling you they at war. They already telling you that they've been at war. The only people that's still waiting at the starting line and it's a 100-yard race and everybody else done ran 95 yards is people that look like us. We standing around waiting, looking like, oh, we in a war, sir? Oh, we in a race? Oh, it's the other nations against us. We know Psalms 83, but we don't practice with that mindset.
Mm-hmm.
If you know Psalms 83 is everybody against you, then why you care about the heathen? Why you care about the gents? Why?
Get out of that religious mindset.
Better
That's
get
why I
your
said all
mind
these
out of
religions is garbage, making you think that it's all this togetherness, man. You know, and that's why I'm stark against Christianity. It ain't about no religion. It's about nations. The Most High ain't create no religion. Mashiach ain't commissioned nobody to start no religion. He commissioned them to go and wake up our people that didn't know who they were, so that they could come back to the Most High and be forgiven for their sins. Right? He ain't say to Peter, go out there and start Christianity. He ain't say, thou art Peter, on this rock will I build this religion. You know? Get out of that mindset and get back to reality. It's about nations. It's about dominion. It's about power. It's about the Most High coming back and showing these people that you don't rule nothing. The earth belonged to him. We belong to him. He said we are nobody else's slave but his. We belong to the Most High. So with that being said, man, I just want to say shalom and blessing to everybody. Thanks, brother Cleo, for coming on and putting that out in the ether. And
no worries, fam. Hey, I love you, family. Hey, I'll see you guys tomorrow on Kingdom Conversations. Y'all better be ready because guess what? We gonna throw somebody under the bus, and y'all already know who it is. But we gonna get two groups of people and throw them under the bus. And y'all should be happy about that because I'm gonna be fired up tomorrow. Y'all take care. Peace and blessings to y'all.
Shalom and blessings, family. It's been another quick hitter.